guys, here we go. I'm going to be taking the ornament tops off, save them because we will be painting them, and just stick the balls to the side. I'm starting with clear ornaments. I've seen people use old ornaments that they had on hand to save money and do this, but this is my first time trying this, and I wanted to start with a blank canvas. Um, so we're just getting the ornaments ready to paint. I have some foam from a package that I received that I'll be using to hold the ornaments upright. I'm using skewers. I have acrylic paint that I got from Michael, so you can do whatever color that you want. And we are going to start painting. I am going to try the stamping method. I don't know. I really don't like the way it's going, but I probably should have stayed with that instead of the brush. Um, yeah. And I also, in hindsight, probably should have primed these before. The paint would have stuck better because it just looks like it's not really going on, but I know it's going to take several coats. So we're just going to hand paint these and stick them in the foam so they could start drying and move on to ornament number 2 and so on. Again, I recommend priming these first. If you're going to do the hand painting method, I think that the paint will go on better. But this is it, guys. I'm going to do 8, and then we're going to move on to the brown paint. Hand painting is very, very tedious, and I also should have added tape to the bottom of the skewers to keep the ornament still. I end up doing that, and you'll see that in the next clip. But I don't know. It just looked so easy watching people do this. But again, maybe if I would have had these primed, the paint would be going on easier. Okay, guys, it's the next day, and there's no way that I will be hand painting these ornaments, okay? This is just after one coat. I'm not a hand painting type girl. If you guys have been rocking with me, you know I'm the spray paint queen. So I have seen people do it with spray paint. Painting by hand, the acrylic paints are more economical. But no, I went to Walmart this morning and got burgundy spray paint, and also I got a brown. I have brown spray paint, but it's very glossy. This is a satin and it's a darker brown, so you know I will be painting some other ornaments as well, so it's not going to go to waste. But we're going to try the spray paint method, okay? And I hope this works, or I will be placing my Amazon order expeditiously because people are shopping like crazy. I went to Hoblob. I'm a Hoblob snob now. Hobby Lobby today. I love going there. I missed it. I love the smell. They play relaxing music. I mean, it just makes me happy. And a lot of things are gone. A lot. Okay? So we have our spray paint. We're going to be painting the ornaments. While the paint's still wet, that's when you dust them with the baking soda. I got this like mesh thing. They're not calling it a flour sifter, they're just calling it a mesh strainer, but some people use a spoon to get more of an even coat on the ornaments. I hope this helps. Yeah, so, and I have a box to dust with. It'll catch the baking soda that falls and you could repurpose it. Okay, but I have 2 boxes of baking soda. I'm only doing 16 ornaments, 8 burgundy, 8 brown, and I think that's all I got in me. Okay, so let's give this another go. Oh, and I just added some tape to the bottom of the ornaments to keep them from moving around. It's much easier. I've seen someone show this. So we're getting ready to start painting and then doing the dusting, and then let's just pray this works, guys, because I don't have another option after this. Okay, here we go. This mesh strainer is not a flour sifter, so the baking soda was coming out too fast, so don't try that. Don't waste your money and pick one up at Dollar Tree for this project because it's just not going to work. I ended up getting a spoon. I've seen people use the spoon, and as you're doing this, just make sure you're twisting the ornament, rotating it because you want to get an even coat on it with the spray paint and also with the baking soda. Again, this is going much faster. Spray paint changes things in seconds. I absolutely love it. Um, and we're hoping for velvet ornaments or flocked, whatever you want to call it. You can get kits on Amazon. They are very pricey. And you would have to get uh, different color. They don't come multicolored. You only get one color. So you would spend a pretty coin using those kits. So let's just hope, guys. I've seen people do it, but I'm starting to think not everything should be tried at home, but we're going to do it. We're going to see this thing through. So we're doing the brown now. Again, spray paint, try to get an even coat on, and then apply the baking soda. Now I have seen people that hand painted these and they added the baking soda to the paint and they still got the same outcome. That's another thing that you can try, and avoid this because it's very messy. I don't see how people do this in the house, but I have seen people do it inside. But this is very, very messy. Baking soda is literally everywhere. But we're going to see this through. And then we are going to let them dry and just hope for the best.
Guys, at this point, your girl is done. Now, some say it's best to let these dry overnight. So I'm going to let them dry for as long as possible, and we'll brush off the baking soda and hopefully we'll have some velvet ornaments. And what I'm going to do now is spray paint the tops of the ornaments gold, because they came silver and there's nothing silver on my tree. So I'm hopeful that this is a better method, spray painting, than hand painting. It's very tedious, I can tell you that. And the easiest way to paint these is also to stick them in foam, and you can rotate the foam to make sure you cover each side. I saved these items because I knew I was going to be doing this DIY. This is actually from my new ice machine that I got, and the other foam is from another package that I got delivered. So this is the easiest way. I have seen people stick the ornament sticks in cardboard box upside down. That won't work for these items. You'll need something like foam. But we're going to let everything dry, and hopefully, like I said, we have some beautiful velvet ornaments. Okay, guys, the moment of truth. We're dusting the ornaments off. I will tell you, the velvet texture is there. However, the color isn't. And this is one thing I was worried about, because I have seen people make these ornaments and they looked dusty. And they still put them on the tree. And I'm not knocking anybody, but that I do not want that. I want it to have the texture of velvet and also the color. So the brown looks a little bit better, but still has that dusty overcast, that like white overcast. I'm not happy with that, and I will not put these on my tree. So I'm going to give it one more go. I'm going to get as much as the baking soda off of the ornaments, and I am going to repaint them. I have seen people mix baking soda with their paint and not do the paint, then dust it while the paint is wet. And they got the velvet texture plus the pigment. So I'm going to hit these with some spray paint. Okay, I got as much baking soda off as possible. I'm going to give these another coat of the spray paint to get that pigment, and hopefully it will maintain the velvet texture, and I think that they will. So I'm going to let these dry. Hopefully it dries darker because I want a darker burgundy. And I'm going to do the same thing with the brown because I can't have dusty ornaments on my tree. It looks like they're going to maintain the texture. So here we are, going to let these dry, and hopefully the next step will be putting the ornament toppers on and hanging them on the tree.
noticed, you only seen the burgundy ornaments on the tree. The brown were an epic fail. I'm honest, I'm transparent, and these are not going on my tree, which I'm not too upset about because I have some Dollar General $1 ornaments that I'm going to be upcycling, and one of them are bears, and I'm going to be painting them brown. I don't like this shade. I don't know if I'm going to do this shade or a little bit lighter brown. This just, it just didn't work. Part of the reason also is, I don't know if this spray paint is old that I got from Walmart. I use Rust-Oleum, and the first spray, if you go back, if you noticed, it was like you have to shake your spray paint up, but I was really shaking it up. It came out like clear. You see how the color is not even. So I don't know if they gave me an old can of spray paint. Okay, I don't know Walmart, because I don't know how many people are running to buy espresso spray paint, but these did not make the cut. And I'm not embarrassed about it. Not everything turns out. This is the first time that I'm trying this method. In hindsight, if I was going to hand paint, I should have stuck with the sponge. I did watch another video, and I've watched a lot of videos, guys. And if you want to attempt this, don't just go by what I did. Watch videos. I watched not one, not two, not three, not four, not five. I watched several videos on how people made these ornaments, okay? And like I said, some of them were okay with that white dust over them. I personally was not. And I knew if mine came out that way, and I've seen other people, they dusted them off. I think the best way is to mix the baking soda with the paint if you're going to hand paint. Mix the baking soda with the paint. These people got the texture of the faux velvet look and the color. Okay, but you see, I mean, this is one of the best ones. So I will keep these on the tree. I'm still doing my burgundy ribbon. So there'll be more burgundy on the tree. I do have extra ornaments that I did not use. I only used 16 out of the 24. If I'm bored, maybe I will try this again and make more. But I still have a lot of things to go on the tree. I still have more woodland scenes. I still have the wood ornaments to stain. I have to add the birds. So yeah, and I'm still fluffing. Every time I think I'm finished fluffing, I'm still fluffing. So this is not the finished tree, guys. For video purposes, I'm showing you how these items look hanging in the tree. Some things will get moved around. I still have to do my topper. I ordered my collar. I ordered a burgundy collar from Amazon, so I will definitely share the finished tree look. So stick with me. Craftmas is still going on. I have some wood DIYs that I would like to do. I have a centerpiece that I would like to do. And we'll see what else. Upcycling $1 ornaments. Because, you know, if you see something for $1, if it's not your color, if it's not your style, don't just write it off. I'm going to be doing easy entry things. Okay, maybe this was a little bit too advanced for me. Again, like I said, I've never tried this before. I first seen Olivia from Olivia's Romantic Home do it, and she used flour. Some people use a combination of flour and baking soda, and I did my research and I wanted to give it a try. Again, the brown are not making it, but I will be hanging these last two burgundy ones in the tree. This one, maybe not. This one, the painting is uneven, and that's just from the spray paint, not giving it even coat. You know how it drips and runs, so maybe this one won't make the cut, or I could maybe turn it a different angle and hide it in the back. There's ways I could finagle it, but this one is definitely going on the tree. Again, there are flocking kits that you can buy, but they're very pricey, and you only get that one color, and it's a powder. I think you put Mod Podge on the ornament, and then you do the dusting method and stuff like that. But I gave it the heave-ho try. I'm not embarrassed. I'm transparent, and I'm showing you. Honestly, in hindsight, this was pricier to make these, to attempt to make these was pricier than if I was to just order the ornaments. And trust me, I do have some in my Amazon cart if I change my mind. So yeah, because the spray paint itself was close to $15 for the two colors, plus the cost of the ornaments was $11 and change at Michael's, and plus the painting brushes, the cost of the baking soda, and you know,
I could have just ordered the ornaments, okay? But I gave it a try. I do not want you to be discouraged. If you want to attempt to do this, attempt to do it. But my suggestion, if you're going to hand paint, mix the baking soda with your paint. Don't do that dusting method. It was very messy. It's a tedious process, guys. But you know, if you have the supplies on hand, like a lot of the people that I've watched, they had these ornaments. Like me, maybe they switched their theme. So instead of running out buying new ornaments, they repurposed the old ornaments. That's good. I mean, if you have the ornaments already on hand, if you have paint and baking soda, I mean, most people have baking soda in their house. If not, it's not expensive to buy. So I don't want to discourage you. All right. Like I said, in hindsight, I would do some things differently. Unfortunately, the brown didn't work out, but I do have other brown and wood elements going on the tree, so I don't consider it a failure, and I am going to hang these. So as always, thanks for watching. This is Craftmas video number 2, the making of a Critter Glam Wonderland. Stay tuned for number 3. It's going to be some wood DIYs. Simple, easy, that you can do at home. Thanks for rocking with your girl. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.